Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. The update a couple of days ago that completely broke everything appears to be mostly fixed so far here within Modern Warfare 3. So finally, we can now go ahead and take a look towards the future of the game because we got a bunch of leaks and a bunch of rumors that have come out, although most of this is pretty much confirmed given the fact that they're all pretty much coming straight from the game's files. Now, as always, when it comes to leaks and things like that, take everything with a grain of salt. Just because they're in the game files does not necessarily mean that they're going to see the light of day, but typically they do. These are basically going to be leaks for Season 2 and onward, and the reason why I'm re-showing you this most recent war match that I had where I got like 100 kills and still lost is because War is finally going to be updated, potentially with Season 2, hopefully with Season 2, and then of course the seasons to come after that. So all this information is going to be coming in from Semtex Leaks. I'll put a link to his Twitter down there in the description. Lots of really good information there. We're going to be covering War as well as a bunch of other stuff here today, but according to him and according to the game files, there are going to be three new war maps coming to Modern Warfare 3. We're going to have Operation Avalanche, Operation Exodus, and Operation Kuzka? I have no idea how to pronounce that. And then he went further, and pulling this from the game files, he found the descriptions for the objectives for one of these particular war maps. And what's interesting is these objectives are not as simple as the old objectives that we had back during Call of Duty World War II, or what we have right now in Modern Warfare 3 with the current war map. So let's just go ahead and check out the description of these three objectives. A convoy you must escort and protect to a dedicated location. Okay, that's pretty basic. The second objective, one team will be given a list of specialist targets they must eliminate while the other team defends them. So I wonder if certain players are going to become specialist targets or if there's going to be AI on the map that we're supposed to protect one way or the other. I'm really not sure. And then the last objective revolves around a base of hostages with valuable intel. One team is trying to save the hostages whilst the enemy team tries to take them and exfil via helicopter, kind of expanding upon some of those game modes that we saw back during Black Ops Cold War as well as Modern Warfare 2. Overall, that's very good news. I talked about it recently, like War is very fun to play here in Modern Warfare 3, but the game's been out like 2-3 months now and we've had one map, and it was cool to see, you know, the maps that are here. It was really cool, especially the first time you get to run through Crossfire again. I'm like, man, Crossfire should be a map in the multiplayer, but regardless, it was cool. But now we've been playing the same map for so long that I feel like a lot of people forgot War even existed, despite the fact that it was kind of a selling point for Modern Warfare 3. And it does look like at the very least they're going to be adding in 3 new war maps at some point in the future for the game, and I'm definitely pretty excited about that. But the leaks and rumors don't end there, ladies and gentlemen. So as most of you know, we're going to be getting the F2000 assault rifle with Season 2, but right now the game files are also suggesting that we're going to get a bow style weapon. Whether or not it's going to be a crossbow or a regular bow, I don't know, because the other weapon that's currently in the game files is an actual sword. That's pretty crazy. So with the sword potentially coming to the game as a melee weapon, I can definitely see them maybe going away from the crossbow element and having a proper like old school like recurve bow. Maybe they do that, maybe they won't. I'm not entirely sure, but keep in mind anything is on the table so far for Modern Warfare 3 because a lot of you forget this because it happened back when the game first came out. Like we were getting leaks for Season 3 around launch week of Modern Warfare 3, but we did have the leaks that showed that Season 3 of Modern Warfare 3 is going to be all about advanced warfare pretty much. Like we're talking like the return of like the Ball 27, the ASM-1, the EM-1 laser weapon, like all those things are supposedly going to be returning with Season 3. In fact, their calling cards and things are currently in the game files right now, so it's not too far-fetched to suggest that we might get like an old school like Skyrim style bow, a sword melee weapon, and things like that with Season 2. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. On top of that, there are also strings in the game files that point towards a ninja vest, which will likely have the effects of covert sneakers built in, similar to how the assassin vest that recently came out with Season 1 basically has the ghost perk built in. Well, this sounds like a ninja perk built into the vest, which sounds pretty wild, honestly, because if you don't have to run covert sneakers because of your vest, that opens up the rest of your boots. You can use the lightweight boots to move around really quickly, or you can use the mantle boots to quickly mantle over things on maps like Quarry and Skid Row. That sounds ridiculously powerful, and it sounds like something I would personally run on pretty much every single class, so we'll have to wait and see if that actually does end up coming to the game. And finally, last but not least, ladies and and gentlemen, Sledgehammer Games being Sledgehammer Games has to go back to Call of Duty Vanguard for something, don't they? Well, DOS House is going to be returning here within Modern Warfare 3, which honestly sounds kind of fun. Like, I'm all for them bringing back these fun, smaller maps, but at the same time, it is fun to see like the actual original maps being added to the game. Like most recently, Rio here with Season 1 Reloaded, we had Meat and we had Grease. You know, I like having original maps in the game as well, but it does look like they're going to be dipping into the Vanguard well, and they're going to be bringing back DOS House because, of course, in the game files themselves, we have references to all these different playlists that are going to be coming out. There's DOS House 24/7, Greasy Meat 24/7, Meat House 24/7, Rusty Meat 24/7, Rusty Ship Meat, there you go, Ship Hoss, Ship Meat, Shoot the Ship Hoss, as well as Shoot the Ship. These are such stupid names, but you guys know what these are, right? Basically just rotating, you know, Shipment, DOS House, Rust, Meat, and all those things all together into these different small close quarters playlists where people can just grind their camos and level up and get their weapon levels very quickly. So overall, that all sounds fine, that all sounds dandy, that all sounds fantastic, but the big question is, when is this stuff going to be coming out, and will it come out in time for fans to really get excited? I do feel like we're still feeling the effects of the really bad launch that Modern Warfare 3 had. I'm sure you guys remember the percentages. It was 38%. Modern Warfare 3 sold 38% less in the UK during its first month than Modern Warfare 2 did. Like, sales are down pretty much across the board, and then they took their big vacation, then Season 1 Reloaded came out, and that was completely busted. And again, just from a content perspective, trying to keep things fresh for a game during its most interesting and vital point of its life cycle, you know, the game's been out for a couple of months, and we basically are still playing the same remade Modern Warfare 2 maps 24/7. You know, that, of course, they've added 3 original maps to the game, but in general, mostly we're just playing on those old maps. And if you played those maps back in the day, I think a little bit of fatigue will definitely set in because the maps aren't really new. You kind of know them already. Like, it kind of weighs on you after a bit. You want to play something new. And then when it comes to the war mode, they only have the one map in there. They've added a decent number of weapons. I think fans are enjoying zombies. Now the ranked play is out. That's definitely helping as well. I just wonder, though, the honeymoon phase is over. And even during the honeymoon phase of Modern Warfare 3, where the most people were playing and the most people were purchasing the game, it seems like sales and overall interest in the game were a lot lower this year as compared to previous years. So will these updates, like bringing back DOS House, will these updates like adding in some crazy bow and arrow weapons or maybe some swords and things like that, bringing in the futuristic weapons from Advanced Warfare and having an entirely futuristic season with Season 3, will that all be enough? I guess we're going to have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here for it. I mean, I'm going to be here the whole year with you guys regardless, so I'm here for it. I'm curious from the average player's perspective, will it be enough for them to continue playing? So I'm going to wrap up the video today by posing the question to you guys. If you did pick up Modern Warfare 3 so far, are you still playing? Are you still playing like on a daily basis? Are you playing a couple times a week, once a week? Have you quit the game entirely, or did you not purchase the game at all? Let me know about that down there in the comments so I'm trying to get a vibe for like what my own viewership is and how you guys are dealing with the game so far. I'm definitely interested to read about that. Thank you guys all so much for listening. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.